So you have 8 minutes left, guys. Don't worry, guys, my dear students. It's okay if you don't know the part of the digestive system as long as you have an initial understanding of it. So I'll just be here in back watching of your activity. If you have questions, just tell me. Time's up. So you may now paste your work on the board. Wow. Okay, together we will discuss your answers. Okay, go, Miss Lalin.
I don't know if this is correct.
Okay, we will check it later.
But for me, number
Yes.
one represent the mouth.
Yes.
Then, when the foods enter,
Mm.
it will pass
To our
to our
esophagus.
esophagus.
Yes.
Then to our kidney. Number
Okay.
three. Four is appendix.
Yes.
Five, for small
Intestine.
intestine. Six, large
Intestine.
intestine. And seven, for liver.
Yay. It's okay. We will discuss it further later. Thank you so much, Miss Laline.
Thank you, ma'am.
So we will now proceed to the discussion proper of our lesson. So digestion is the process in which food is broken down into smaller molecules and that the body can use to nourish the cells and to provide us
Energy.
So our digestion have 5 phases. This includes our ingestion, the movement, mechanical and chemical digestion, the absorption, and the elimination. So we have here the 2 types of digestion. First, we have the mechanical or the physical digestion. This includes the chewing, the tearing, the grinding, the mashing, and the mixing. And when it comes to chemical or the chemical digestions, it includes the enzymatic reaction to improve digestion of lipids, carbohydrates, and proteins. So we have here the digestive system organization. So our intestinal tract, it is a tube within a tube. Direct link or path between organs. So we have here the structure of the digestive system. First, we have the mouth, our pharynx, our esophagus, down to your stomach, to your small intestine, large intestine, and lastly to your rectum. So, if we say ingestion, it is the taking in of the food. So, when you take food, we'll take it into our mouth. So, Miss Lynn, please read about mouth.
Mouth. The teeth mechanically break down food into small pieces. Then a nervous reflex causes the salivary glands to deliver a watery fluid called saliva to the mouth.
Okay, so food is taken into the mouth where it is physically broken down by teeth into smaller pieces. So the presence of the food in our mouth triggers our nervous reflex that causes the salivary glands to deliver a watery fluid into our mouth, which is our saliva. So our saliva moistens and lubricates the food so that it can proceed to the next pathway of our digestive system. And also we have the mucin. It is a slippery substance that helps swallowing. Swallowing is easier as well as dissolving of food. It is also through the mucin that we can taste the food that we eat. And also in our saliva there is the presence of a digestive enzyme called amylase. So amylase helps in breaking down starch. So in our mouth there is an epiglottis. What is an epiglottis?
It is a flat-like structure of the back of the throat that closes over the trachea, preventing food from entering it.
So our epiglottis is the one that helps us so that we will not choke if we eat the food, because it will go to the right path down to our esophagus and to our stomach. So that is located in our pharynx. So from our mouth, it will move down to our esophagus. So esophagus is a muscular tube connecting the throat with the stomach. So it is approximately 20 centimeters long. So we have here the functions of our esophagus. First, it secretes mucus and it moves food from the throat to the stomach using a muscular movement called peristalsis. So peristalsis is the one that helps us is a muscular contraction that help the food that we eat move down to our stomach. So heartburn is when our acid gets into our esophagus. The acid from our stomach will move up to our esophagus, and we can call it the heartburn. Another, from our esophagus, the food that we eat will travel down to our stomach. So our stomach is a J-shaped muscular bag that stores the food that we eat. So it mixes food with digestive juices that contains enzymes to break down proteins and lipids. So our stomach is surrounded with acids that make our stomach environment acidic. So the food is reduced into a creamy paste known as chyme. So from the mouth, the food that will move down to your esophagus, down to your stomach, it will be more smaller, and it is now called a chyme. Who can read about small intestine?
Small intestine are roughly 7 meters long. Lining of intestine walls has finger-like projection called villi to increase surface area. It is also the villi are covered in microvilli, which further increases surface area for absorption.
Okay, so our small intestine have these finger-like structures or projections that helps in the increase of absorption. Yes. So nutrients from food pass into the bloodstream through the small intestine walls. So our small intestine absorbs almost 80% of ingested water, vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, proteins,
and lipids.
And also our small intestine is the one that secretes digestive enzymes. So most of the digestive nutrients or the absorptions of nutrients starts in our small intestine. So our small intestine has these three distinct regions. So we have the first, the duodenum. So the duodenum is the shortest, where the preparation for absorption through small finger-like projections called villi begins. So from the duodenum, we will also have the jejunum. Jejunum is specialized for absorption through its lining by enterocytes. So enterocytes are examples are the sodium and chloride. So ileum is to absorb vitamin B, the bile salts, and whatever products of digestion which are not absorbed by the jejunum. So everything that the jejunum cannot absorb, it will go to our ileum. So we will now proceed to our large intestine. Please read.
Large intestine is the colon, or also known or large bowel, about 1.5 meters long. As stool passes through the colon, water is removed.
Okay, so our large intestine is also called
colon or large bowel.
As the stool passes through the colon, water is removed. So as what you have noticed, sometimes our stool or our feces is slightly dry. It's because water is already removed. So we have here the functions of our large intestine. First is the bacterial digestion. It is the ferment and carbohydrates. And also we have the absorbing of water and the concentration
Concentrate
of
waste.
waste. All of it happens in our large
Large
intestine.
intestine.
So from large intestine, the next part is our
Rectum.
rectum. So what is rectum?
So rectum connects the colon to the anus. It also receives stool from the colon and hold the stool until evacuation happen.
Okay. So our rectum is the one that connects our colon to our anus. So it's also the one that receives our stool, and our stool is stored in the rectum until such time that you are ready, you are already on the comfort room, ready to let it go, or ready to move out of your body. So when anything like gas or stool comes into the rectum, sensors send a message to the brain like, hey brain, there is something in our rectum that needs to go out. So lastly, we have the
Anus.
anus or
Anus.
anus. So anus is the opening at the far end of the digestive tract. So our anus have this pelvic floor muscles which detect rectal contents like solid, liquid, or gas. And also our anus has these two sphincter, the internal and the external
External.
sphincter. The internal sphincter is the one that is the one which is involuntary.
Involuntary.
Involuntary means it prevents us from excreting involuntarily. While the external sphincter is the one which is controllable.
Voluntary.
So it holds stool until ready and relaxed for defecation.
Defection.
So we have here the accessory organs or our helping
Glands.
organs. The glands. Okay. So they are not literally, or they are not part of the digestive pathway, but they play a vital role in our digestive system. So this includes our
Liver, gallbladder, and pancreas.
yes. So what is a liver?
So liver directly affects digestion by producing bile, and bile helps digest fat.
Okay. So our liver is the one that produces bile, which help in the digesting
Digesting
of
of fat.
fats. So it also filters out toxins and waste,
Including drugs and alcohol,
and also
poisons.
So do you know that liver is the one of the largest organ of our
Body.
We also have the gallbladder. So the gallbladder is the one that stores bile from the liver, releases it into the small intestine, and also fatty diets can cause
Gallstones.
So we should avoid eating fatty foods to avoid getting gallstones. So our liver is the one that liver. So liver stores the bile. Our gallbladder is the one that, our liver is the one that produces the bile. And our gallbladder
Stores the bile.
yes, very good. Stores bile. Remember, liver produces the bile. Gallbladder is the one that
Stores the bile.
Okay. We have the pancreas. So our pancreas is spongy and it is shaped like a flat pear or a fish. Just imagine what it looks like. It is 6 to 10 inches long. So our pancreas is the one that produces digestive
Digestive
enzymes to
enzymes.
digest fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. And also, it regulates blood sugar by producing insulin. So now let us proceed to our
Quiz
quiz.
time.
So direction. Write the name of the colored organs on the corresponding construction paper. So I have here a construction paper. Let's check if you have really understand something. Excuse me. So I will give you 5 minutes to answer our activity. So since there are two green colored organs there, I provided the other one as the light green. Brown, or we can use the orange one. The purple one is beside the red one. Below is the pink.
How about the upper one?
It's the brown.
Beside the red one. Red or orange?
It's a yellow. It's a red. Okay, 1 minute left. Okay, time is up. It's time for us to answer our activity to test if you have already understand what we have discussed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Group leader. Okay, proceed to the front.
Yes, ma'am. So here, what I've got.
Okay.
The green one stands for esophagus.
Okay, let's check later if our answer
The
is
red
correct.
one,
Yes.
stomach.
Okay.
Here, the purple. Purple for liver.
Yeah. Okay.
The yellow one, here, the small one,
Yes.
stands for pancreas.
Okay, let's see. Group 2
The
prepare.
orange one, the orange or the brown,
Yes.
here stands for large
Intestine.
intestine.
Okay. Let's see.
The light green, here,
Okay.
stands for gallbladder.
Gallbladder.
And the last one, the pink one, here, stands for small intestine.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Lalin. You may now take your seat. So we will discuss if your answers are correct. So let's now reveal the answers. How do you do? So do you think you got it right?
Yes.
So every answers will have a corresponding points, which is two points each. So if your answer is correct, you'll claim your 2 points. Let's see if it's correct. Okay, green for esophagus.
Yes, 2 points.
Purple is for liver.
Liver.
Another
4.
2 points. Small intestine for pink. Yes.
Yes.
The yellow one is
Pancreas.
pancreas. Check. The light green,
Gallbladder.
Okay, check. Next we have the brown or the
Orange.
large intestine.
Yes.
And lastly, our red is for stomach.
Stomach.
So, group 1, you will have it a total of
14.
14
Points.
points. So, I will add it on your activity for today. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Okay, the evaluation part. So, in your evaluation, I will just give it to you and you can bring it at home, answer it this evening, then I'll be the one to check it tomorrow. So before we end our discussion for today, I have here the points to ponder. So whatever you enjoy, your digestive system turns the food into usable energy inside your body. The food contains nutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fiber, fats, salt, and water. It is through our digestion that these nutrients are broken down, absorbed, and used by our bodies. This keep us healthy and give us the energy we need to do all that the things that we need to do, like running, playing, also your studying. So, especially in this time of pandemic, it is very important that we eat nutritious food. They could care of our digestive system so that we can avoid getting sickness and or any illness that will hinder us from studying or by doing our activities. Remember that, class.
Yes,
It's very
ma'am.
important. And finally, we will have our assignment. So you will have two homework for today. First, your evaluation, and another is your assignment. So first, research on healthy foods and different health practices or ways on how to take care of your digestive system. And be creative. Make a 1-week plan on the foods you take and activities you can do to take good care of your health So include pictures in your output. So I will check that by next week. So that all for today, class. Thank you so much and God bless us
Thank
all.
you, ma'am.
Okay, class dismissed.
Bye,
Goodbye,
ma'am.
everyone.